Hey, pass me a beer.
Look, at least promise me you won't drink. Alcohol always leads to trouble.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Right here.
You win.
All right, what do I win?
Another beer.
Just have a cup of coffee.
There it is.
Coffee?
Beer.
I'd kill for a beer.
Cheap beer and a sympathetic ear. Step right up.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Adam here, the Bearded Hat Podcast. And there's Chad. Hi, Chad.
I can't see you.
Yeah, now you can.
No. Oh, now I can. Hi, Adam. How are you today?
Today we are doing Central Water Brewing Company Peruvian Morning Brand Stout.
This looks to be yummy.
Aged in used oak bourbon barrels with coffee added. Because we need more caffeine in our lives.
Of course.
Yes.
I only had like 3 or 4 cups today.
Right. So, so let's get rocking on this because time's a-wasting and I'm thirsty.
I am too. I did a little bit of yard work today.
Look at you. I should. I need to.
Yeah. A beer sounds really good. Let's do it.
So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to crack open this beer and we are going to sniff it. And just opening it, boozy. It smells a little boozy.
It does. Just a little flyby there. I believe we're using the same glass this time.
The Abamole.
Yeah, Luigi Buramole Stout glass.
Smells bourbon-esque. So part 2 of the rules of engagement. First we crack it, we sniff it. We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to taste it, but not yet.
Mm-hmm.
So on the bottle.
That's what I was just looking to see. What kind of info we have on the bottle.
Bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout made with freshly roasted MEJ's coffee. Beer is as complex as it gets. We'll be the judge of that. Thank you very much. Flavors of vanilla, tannins, and coffee meld together to create a flavor of deep as the ravines of the Peruvian Andes.
Now, what's interesting with that description, is that it uses the same MEJ's coffee that was in that brew house coffee stout that I did Friday morning beer review last week on. So I'm wondering,
A different brewery, right?
No, that's Central Waters also.
Oh, Central Waters also. Okay.
Yeah, but that one was not barrel aged.
Gotcha.
So there is a difference there, and there is a vintage on the side.
Yeah,
on the very side of the label, and it looks like there's a little notch taken out right at the 2018 mark. So
yeah. Well, there we go.
If you can see that or not.
There's your bottle can, whatever.
It's probably not going to. Oh, there we go. Focus. 2018.
Yep. Notch. All right. I'm going in.
All right.
Cover me.
Let's do this.
Coffee.
Yep. Very, very coffee. More coffee than booze.
Shit ton of coffee. It's already going to give it a low grade for me because
I know you're not a big fan of coffee stouts.
I'm not a big cold coffee fan.
Yeah.
But we've had a couple, Uber Joe.
Yeah, from Three Sheeps, Uber Joe.
That's the barrel. They have the barrel aged version that we got.
Right.
And that, I mean, I'm sorry, but this tastes like I'm just drinking coffee that I had this morning that just sat around and put in ice.
It does taste like just cold coffee. There isn't much of a barrel aged character to this one. And that's kind of disappointing. Central Waters is very, very good at barrel-aged beers.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what, second or third one we've done to them?
Yeah, probably the third, I would say.
And we've always thought good of them.
Yeah, and it's this is probably how it's supposed to taste. But I think that you and I have gone down this barrel-aged path where we expect quite a bit more booziness to a barrel-aged beer, and this one just doesn't have it.
No. It does not. So as far as the taste, which is, of course, the next step in our rules of engagement,
And it's all coffee and a hint of chocolate to me.
Yeah, exactly. It's all coffee, a hint of chocolate. Like
I don't get any bourbon. Is it bourbon barrel aged? Yeah, I don't get any bourbon flavor.
So now it is in used oak bourbon barrels,
Yep.
but that can mean a couple things. I mean, all bourbon barrels that they brew beer in have been used. Otherwise, that wouldn't be bourbon barrel.
Yeah.
So does that mean that they already aged a beer in this one time?
I was gonna say it could be a second use
So that's why you're not going to get as much bourbon off of it.
Yeah, it could be. I wish there was a little bit. There's no description of this beer on their website. It's the Brewers Reserve series, but it is not listed.
Really?
No.
Well, that's interesting. Why wouldn't you list it there, fellas?
And I've been all over their site looking for it. It says right on the label, right here, Brewers Reserve. Focus. Brewers Reserve. Brewers Reserve. Now, if you go to the Brewers Reserve series on their website, it is absent. You know what? Another funny thing about this label is, look how big the letters of Bourbon Barrel are. I mean, that's prominent on the label.
Yeah.
So when I looked at this bottle, I picked these up at Ridgeview. This is one of the last purchases I made there, and I was really excited about this one. And when I saw the label, you see this giant bourbon barrel in white letters standing out against the brown background. Peruvian Morning is written in kind of an orangish brown color, so it doesn't stand out as much as the bourbon barrel does.
Right.
But it's not. There's a little bit of a burn on the back of my throat.
Oh, I had no burn.
But I mean, but like little. It nothing like you would expect a bourbon barrel aged beer to have. So, are you finding anything?
No, I'm not. So on Untappd, it does have 6,063 check-ins with an average rate of 4.35, which is kind of high.
Are you looking? Is it that's the 2018 one?
It is a 2018 one, and actually here
Okay.
I will share my
my
screen.
That's a lot of check-ins for a beer that just came out this year. For such a small brewery.
Right. So here it is. 2018.
Yeah. 8.5% ABV, 27 IBUs. Just added in March on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
To get almost 5,000 unique check-ins, man, that's a lot. They must have made a ton of this stuff.
Must be everywhere. So,
yeah, I'm not going to be anywhere near where I normally would be.
Every time I take a drink,
it's just almost flat out cold coffee.
Right. I don't like it. And if you're someone who likes cold coffee, you're probably going to love this and rate it pretty high. I'm just one that does not like cold coffee.
Maybe we should have saved this one for just a Friday morning beer review because
I don't think either of us knew that we were getting so much coffee with this.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, the only clue here is it's a morning is in the name.
Right.
And it's an aged beer, bourbon barrel with coffee added, and there's a coffee mug on the label.
So maybe
there's a couple clues there, but I still would have thought, because of the prominence of the bourbon barrel labeling, I really thought this was going to be way more bourbony than coffee. And on the label, that doesn't say anything about chocolate. In the label, it says vanilla. I don't taste vanilla at all. I taste coffee and chocolate.
Yeah, vanilla tannins coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Isn't tannins a grape thing?
It's a wine thing, I thought.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, my initials, judging this against other barrel aged beers, no, it's nowhere near as good as anything we've had. However, if I were at Central Waters and doing a flight, I probably would buy it again in a flight. So I'll give it a 3.
Really?
I think that's fair enough for me. I mean, that's way low for barrel aged beers for me. That's for both of us. That's most of our barrel aged stuff is in the 3.75 to 4 or higher. So 3 is pretty low, and that's my base buy it again score.
Yeah, and see, I would not buy this again.
But you don't like the coffee stouts, and that's
no,
totally. That's why I do Friday morning beer review.
Right. But I keep trying them because there have been some that I have liked because they haven't been so forward with the coffee flavor. This one is just boom. And you don't really smell it on the nose. I don't smell any coffee on that nose.
No. It's very chocolatey to me. There's a little bit of like an espresso bean smell, I think.
Yeah.
I smell more espresso bean than coffee bean, but the coffee flavor is just boom. It's in your face.
Yeah. See, so for me, I'm doing a 2. Because
that would probably be
it's the lowest I think we've done on the show.
Lowest you've ever rated on this show. I think we've rated like Sam 76 at like 2.25 or 2.5 or something like that.
That was a bad beer too.
and then what was the other one? Hazy Little Thing, Sierra Nevada. I think we both rated that 2.5-ish.
Yeah, I'm looking. Sam 76. Sam 76, I gave a 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet that I did about the same.
Hazy Little Thing. Hazy Little Thing from Sierra Nevada, I also gave a 2.5.
I gave Sam 76.
And I would drink both of those before I drink this one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like this.
Okay.
Like it's going to be tough for me to finish this. That's how much I don't like the cold coffee flavor.
Your score could go down then.
Absolutely.
If you drain it. If you don't finish it and you got to dump it, it's got to go down.
Yep.
Well, this one's disappointing. I'm sorry, Central Waters. This pretty much everything we've had from Central Waters has been delicious.
Of all the stuff I had in my fridge today, this is the one we went with.
Well, in sticking with our barrel aged theme, I think this was our only choice that we both had.
No, we
could have done Death Star. Yeah.
Yes,
we could have done Death Star.
We could have.
You wanna trash this one and start over?
No. I think with Death Star, we're not going to talk about it right now because we're going to do that future.
Mm-hmm. Now we've both drank Death Star, but we haven't reviewed it.
No, we've not reviewed it. Yeah,
I think that'll be fun to do. Actually, I don't think we've done. We may have done one beer that we've had before.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about Revolution because we haven't done that many from Revolution either.
No, well, especially out of that series, there's only what are there 6 or 8 of them? We've only had 2.
Only be able to get our hands on 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a disappointment. Absolutely. I don't even know how they call it bourbon barrel aged.
No, this is just a breakfast. This is a breakfast beer.
This is a breakfast stout.
This tastes almost the same as the brew house. And let me see what I rated the brew house. Brew house coffee stout. So I just did that Friday morning beer review, and I rated that a 3.75. But I was judging that one against other Friday morning beers that I've had.
Right.
So 3.75, and I'm at a 3 on this one, and this one's supposedly, well, not supposedly. It is. They wouldn't put it on the bottle if it wasn't barrel aged, but it is. It just doesn't taste barrel aged at all. I'm disappointed. I'm bummed.
I am too. All right. Well, let's move on and find something else to talk about.
Well, you guys, if anybody is watching or watches this in the future, you may notice I'm on the shorts.
Oh my gosh. Let me hold on.
I'm on the short side here of the beard.
He Marco Polos me in the morning, one morning,
Sunday morning this week.
and I threw my phone across the room, and I told my wife some type of rat thing. I don't know what it was, just Marco Polo'd me. I don't know how it got Chad's phone. And then she looked at it, she's like, oh, that's Chad. He doesn't have a beard. I was like, no, that's not it. That looks like a 3-year-old. Like, I don't understand. But it was Chad. And he looked horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a bad couple of days for me.
You've been avoiding all mirrors at all costs.
I
Don't look at myself in the mirror.
feel like we've Marcoed less in the last few days too than we normally
I
do.
can't stop. I can't look at you. I can't look at you.
I feel like on Sunday you were really legitimately pissed off at me.
So this is what's so funny. What I was not pissed off at you, but I texted Jake and I was like, I'm gonna totally just be silent for a few hours on Chad and make him think I'm pissed off.
You did.
Yeah. And so Jake's like, you're gonna ghost him. And so I did I didn't respond to you. And when I did respond to you, I was like shaking my head, and that's all I would do. Like I wouldn't say anything. Yeah, I did it on purpose. I wasn't pissed. I could give a shit less. You look like shit, and I'm glad to tell you that. But
Oh, I know. I agree with you. I honestly, I felt like I was losing one of my best friends just because I shaved my beard. I'm like, all Sunday long, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Oh, this is terrible. So
and then when you told me, like, well, I was a little drunk yesterday, I was like, well, that kind of explains it. But for the love of God, you had to do that?
well, okay, there were 3 things at work here as far as how that transpired. Saturday night, yes, I had a lot to drink. I was over at the neighbor's fire. They had some friends over. I was bringing beers over for them to try because I'm trying to expand their beer knowledge. So I had a lot to drink Saturday. Saturday night, I walk back over to the house. I jump in the shower. I'm not like toppling over drunk or anything, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I remember thinking, man, my beard really bothered me today because I was working in the yard. It was sweaty. It was itchy. And so that got in my mind. Then I lathered up my face with my soap. I use the double edge safety razor, the old school safety razor thing. And so I use shaving soap. I lather up my whole beard because that's how I clean my beard anyway, with that soap. And not intentionally doing it, but at the same time, it was in my mind that my beard was bothering me so much. I just went and cut down about here on my beard. And I was like, oh, fuck, what did I just do? And at that point, when I got a chunk of hair missing on the side of my face.
Yeah, when you do something that dumb,
I know.
What are you supposed to do?
So I was drunk. My beard was irritating me. And I was thinking back on years past about getting through the summer with a beard. And I'm going to do it. I won't have any problem with doing it. But at Saturday night, I was like, God, I've always hated beards in the summertime. I'm just going to, this is, I should shave it, but I'm not going to shave it. And then I accidentally shaved it. So Sunday morning, I wake up.
I've definitely had the time where I've been trimming, and then you just have like a pausey moment or whatever. You're like, nah, and then oh crap, what did I just do?
Yeah.
But I've never ever gone down to the skin. My wife, this spurred a discussion. She's like, I don't even know what you look like. I haven't seen the skin underneath this beard 10 years. I have no idea what's under there. I've probably a 15 chins showing up. I don't know.
Well, that's the other thing. On Sunday, when I woke up with this baby face, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh shit, my double chin is like getting really bad. And I'm like, I got to grow back. There's no question. It's got to come back right away. So by next week, when we do the next podcast, I'll be back to about where I was pre-shave, because I was keeping it a little bit shorter, a little bit more trimmed as it warmed up. but that's not going to happen again. And I told Brittany I was going to shave it for vacation. I'm not going to do that either. I don't think.
Now I definitely agree with you. Mine gets itchy in the summertime, but that's just because of the sweat.
Yeah.
Like the other night, I got in bed, and for whatever reason, my mustache was just itching
Really?
like crazy. I'm like, what the hell? And usually, I can run my hand through my beard, and it feels just kind of oily,
Yeah.
dirty, and I was, whatever. So I go take a shower, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. The mustache was driving me nuts. I got up, took a shower at 11:30 or whatever it was. I was good after that, but yeah, shaving doesn't even.
Doesn't enter your mind.
No,
Have you tried that Beard Commander stuff yet?
I have not yet.
No.
I think it got cleaned up and put away somewhere, and I finally found it underneath my sink. I saw it the other day, so I will try it. But
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, no big deal. But it's oily. It definitely keeps your beard moisturized. It takes away a lot of that itch, but it is oily, so it's probably going to get. It might get on your shirt. I mean, so just bear that in mind if you try it. I would wear a shirt that you don't care about the first day, just to see how it looks.
I care about all my shirts.
All of them.
All of them.
Do you want me to send you a Milwaukee Brewers shirt?
I can wipe my ass with it. Yeah. It's a good thing he said Brewers. It's a good thing he said Brewers, not the other team, because then I would have great graphic with what I would have done.
Well, I would never subject anything from that team to you guys. I know you would do some really terrible things to it. Brewers I don't care about, so
Yeah.
But I just know that I can get Brewer stuff around here like right now.
It would be terrible. The stuff that I would do, yeah. Chad,
to this team right here.
yeah, exactly. I would. It would not be pretty and probably illegal in most states. Chad,
Well,
you remember?
let me just say,
Okay.
I'm glad we're still friends because that really scared me.
That's hilarious. That's so
On Sunday. I told Brittany, I'm like, I think he's really mad at me.
I even pulled the like you're messing with the brand of the podcast shit on you. I was like, I really didn't give a shit about it, but I thought it was good. Well, I'm glad you fell for it at least. Hey, Chad, you remember Michael Jackson used to do that little tilt thingy? Like he'd stand.
Oh yeah, Smooth Criminal when he
Yeah. You know how he did it?
You find something on the internet that explains it?
That's how he did it.
What?
Shoe, lock in, something.
That was a Jake burp.
That was a Jake burp.
So he actually had a notch in his shoe
Looks like it.
to like clip into on the stage.
So if we go back up here,
I don't even know if I could lean 20 degrees without falling over.
yeah. Designed shoe with a triangle slot in the heel, which hooked to a metallic peg.
Oh, it came up from the stage, so it wasn't there all the time. He just had to mark the spot.
Yep.
Man, can you imagine if he missed and fell over
I know.
during a show? Well, I'm glad you found that because that's something that I've actually I've legitimately always wondered.
But here's
How-
the thing: it said
how
a
he
group of scientists put it together, so we don't know if that's true or not.
How do you keep making my screen go full screen?
Don't ask questions. You didn't ask Michael how he did it. Now he's dead, and you finally find out. I'm not gonna tell you how I do my stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like this is coming from scientists who think they figured out what he did. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, it even says the team of neurosurgeons cracked the mystery behind the seemingly impossible feat. Have you?
And was it really that big of a mystery?
Well, I mean, somebody actually thought. There we go. That's the non Jake burp I know and love.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, really, if you thought, holy crap, he's really good at doing that. He did that all on his own, and you didn't think there's something behind it. I mean, come on. Didn't.
Well,
You're the one that obviously thought he was straight his whole life.
Well,
But some of his family has to come out. I mean, somebody from the tour would have to come out and say, "Yep, that's how we did it." For me to say, "Oh yeah, that's it."
I want to know how I did the moonwalk now.
Oh, you didn't. You don't know how to do moonwalk.
I know how to do the moonwalk. I just can't do the moonwalk.
What just you don't know how to do it doesn't mean you can do it. Doesn't mean he didn't do it. I don't know what I just said. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
You funny.
Did you know Dr. Dre lost the trademark of his name?
No.
You want to know who he lost it to?
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Dre, Drai, gynecologist. That's so awesome. He lost a 3-year trademark battle with a gynecologist and, quote, sexpert, Dr. Dre, Drai.
Well, okay. What's up with this story?
What do you mean?
Why didn't we know about it? It's 3 years old.
In a document published by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, it said Dr. Dre argued that his, quote, name in the recording industry is sufficiently related to applicants in MP3 files, magazines, audiobooks, several series of books, and other type of public performances. Wah, wah.
Well, why did they, okay, what keeps going down? What does Dr. Dre, the pussy guy,
Wow.
what,
Okay.
sorry, Mom.
I mean, you're not wrong, but okay.
Why does he need a Dr. Dre spelled differently trademark? I mean, is he that popular in the gynecological world that all women know, hey, if you're going to see Dre, you're not going to see the rapper, you're going to get some
Right. So
work done?
you're saying a woman is calling to make an appointment and she thinks she's going to see the rapper for a gynecological appointment.
No.
Or we're going to a concert and we're expecting to see the gynecological dude up there rapping.
Yeah. There obviously had to be some market confusion here as to why there's a trademark dispute. That's what I want to know. What's the market?
So Dr. Dre, the actual real doctor, he did apply for trademark in connection with services that related to the entertainment industry. So he was going to be a TV doctor dude.
Okay. Well, if he's entering entertainment, then I guess I can understand, but
it said the rapper, who I'm assuming is Dre Dre, failed to show that a connection would be presumed in the mind of the consuming public when the applicant's Dr. Dre, Drai, marks are used in connection with the applied for goods and services. Yes, I agree. Nobody's going to confuse the two.
Right.
You know what Dre you're going to.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm buying Beats headsets, I'm not thinking that a guy,
Right, the gynecologist, yeah. Right.
Yeah, he's not the one that designed them and made music come to my ears. Well, there's different ways for that to be interpreted.
Whoa. That's a late night show.
We keep talking about this late night show, and I'd like to know more about it.
It's dirty and it cannot be found on it can be found on the internet, but it's the dark web.
Oh, the dark webs.
Dark web.
Where all your information gets stolen.
Right. Exactly. Hey, you like Big Macs?
I love Big Macs. Do you like Big Macs?
Meh, take him or leave him, but not my favorite. Did you hear about the guy that had 30,000 of them?
No.
Yeah. Man eats 30
like a normal guy
since 1972.
Well, I mean, he doesn't look normal, but he's not fat.
So he doesn't look normal. Absolutely not. No, he doesn't look fat.
He looks like
has eaten almost 2 burgers a day since 72.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of record keeping they're counting on. To make sure he's telling the truth. I mean, look at those chops, dude. Look at the
Oh, yes. Big old lamb chops in a bowl cut.
Yeah. My goodness.
Big Mac is the perfect food. I love a Big Mac. I love Big Macs. I love Whoppers. But if I have more than 2 of them in 3 months, I can't eat it. I can't eat them. I just don't. I love them when I eat them, but then I'm like, okay, I've had one. I'm good for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
6 months. I don't even remember the last time I had a Big Mac, but I do love them. I just don't eat them. And I think that just like anything else, I mean, you eat enough of one thing, you're going to get fucking sick of it.
Not this dude.
Well, color me impressed.
He has consumed almost 2 Big Macs every, I think it's supposed to say day, but on average, with approximately 90% of his solid diet probably coming from them.
Read the next paragraph. He missed a day.
No Big Mac happened on August 13, 1994. He wrote in his book, I didn't know it was possible to drive 600 miles and not see a McDonald's. Another burgerless day was when
I didn't know that either.
It's true. When his mom died in 88 after she requested I not eat a Big Mac on that day in remembrance of her.
Is that maybe we should not eat Big Macs in remembrance of Christ or something like that? Is that, I mean, that's what that reminds me of. Do this in remembrance of me.
I'm supposed to do it in remembrance of him. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we are supposed to be okay. We need to eat Big Macs in remembrance of him.
Right.
All right. Well, next time I eat a Big Mac, I'll think of JC.
Oh, did you hear about this one? I saw this today. So these parents took their kid to court to kick him out of the house. He was 30 years old, and he would not leave the house. They had to take him to court to get him to leave the house.
The kid wouldn't leave the house?
He would not leave the house.
Is that the kid?
That's him.
That
Marco
is
Rotondo,
35-year-old man,
was sued by his parents after he refused to move out of their home and ignored letters asking him to leave. So mom and dad sent you a letter to leave?
Well, I was close.
He's 30.
I said 35. Oh.
This actually went up to the Supreme Court of New York. That's how far this battle went up to.
Oh, the things that our judicial system spends money on.
I know. They wrote him a letter giving him 14 days, and he ignored it, and so this kept going.
He looks like Jesus.
Well, Jesus had no place to lay his head.
I know. I mean, and all the pictures we've ever seen of Mr. Christ is around 30 years old, right?
Well,
maybe this is the second coming.
You mean pictures? Like, they're not pictures; they're paintings.
Paintings, yes.
Yeah.
Nobody had cameras back in
that would be much more convenient, though.
Year 2 or whatever, 5, whatever. Well, I don't know. When did he live?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Are you halfway through yet?
I was just going to say I'm probably past halfway.
Because I am not, and I don't think I'm going any further.
Well, my rating's going down. This beer is not getting better.
Yeah, I'm not finishing it. I really don't like it. I mean, this is the first beer on this show that I have not finished, and there's been plenty that I haven't liked.
It is.
This one I just every time, and if you go back and watch, every time I've taken a sip, I've grimaced on my face because I can't. It's like,
I think 2 or 3 sips ago I had a grimace. If you go back and watch this, you'll see me be like,
you get that bitter, the bitter coffee, and it's just.
And I love it when a beer, as it gets warmer, the taste gets better and the bitterness doesn't change. This one, the taste is not getting better and the bitterness is getting worse.
Yeah, it's not. Again, I'll say again, if you like cold coffee, then you're probably going to love this. This is, that's why we always will try to say that just because we say we don't like it doesn't mean you're not going to. It all depends on your taste and your flavors. For me, I've never bought a cold coffee in my life.
Yeah,
I've tried my daughter's or my wife's, and that's how I know I don't like them. But I do not like cold coffee. So,
and we're huge Central Waters fans.
Yeah, we love everything else I've had from them. Has been
it's
really
a fantastic brewery. All the other beers we've had are very, very good, or good to excellent.
Mm-hmm.
This one just missed the bar for both of us. I started out decent at a 3, but I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna go down to even a 2.5. I won't drink this one again.
I mean, if I can't finish it, how low? I mean,
Well, I think all my drain pours. If I could, okay, this is just me. If I can do like 3 or 4 sips of a beer, then drain pour it, I'll give it like a 1. That's just for me to know that I drank 2 or 3 sips of it, and I'm never going to try it again. If I took 1 sip like Islay and drained it, that's a point. It's a 0, but you can't do a 0, so it's a 0.25. So that's my, a sip and drain, 0.25, 3 or 4 sips, 1. So whatever it is, somewhere in between there, that's how I would rate it.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna do a 1. I mean, Islay was just, oh Lord,
that beer was so bad.
Worst beer.
We talked about it a few times on the show. It will stand forever. I think is the worst beer.
Yeah,
we've ever had. Although we haven't had the vagina beer. I mean, that's the vaginal juice beer. That one might be worse,
right, or something like that, or Denmark, or
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right.
And it's not that vaginal juices are bad, but vaginal bacteria is how it's made. I'm just not thinking.
Just knowing that's what's in it.
Yeah.
Off-putting. So are we gonna finish? Are you gonna finish it?
I'll finish it. Just because I don't mind coffee stouts. They're not my favorite. I mean, I do drink them for Friday morning beer review. And I judge all my coffee stouts, coffee flavor, coffee styled stouts against other coffee stouts. But normally, going to a bar or brewery, I'm not going to pick the coffee stout to drink.
Right.
So, but I'll finish it just because I don't mind them. It's just, it's not my favorite.
Yeah. Let me show you this. I don't know why this is playing. We talked about a few podcasts ago the what's going on in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Still going on, yeah.
Still going. That bitch is not stopping.
I know. And that's why I was looking at pictures on Reuters the other day, or this morning maybe even.
Look at that. It just looks, it's so mesmerizing to watch it. You know what I mean? Like you just, like you said last time with the fire, you just want to reach your hand in.
Yeah.
It's just so fascinating to see this. I mean, look at that.
I know. That looks like
some CGI monster's arm or something.
Yeah, it just looks like CGI'd evil. Like it's just scorching the earth. I mean, but that's what all of us live on. It's underneath all of us. I mean, that's the Earth's magma or whatever. So it's everywhere.
I mean, just look at that.
It's just these places where I know it's like liquid fire. I can't imagine what that would look like in person. These people in Hawaii just got to be. I mean, you see pictures of they're freaking out, but you also see people standing on their back decks taking pictures of it and videos because they can't stop watching it.
Well, so there was a lady on whatever news service it was they were talking to. I think it was maybe on CNN, and she was talking about how they have these special masks that they were given there because when the wind changes direction, they almost can't breathe because of the gases that this thing lets off. So it's not just smoke and ash that they have to worry about, and obviously lava.
Yeah,
but the gases they give off are horrible.
Yeah, horribly toxic,
and can kill you pretty quickly.
And I think that there are. I want to say I read an article about the gases the other day. There's glass fibers.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Look
at that. That's a road.
Yeah, it's glass fibers and something else, and the two things together will like destroy your lungs.
Look at that thing.
I know, it's liquid fire. It's amazing. It's just so amazing to watch, but it's scary as hell. Look at that. It's just bubbling.
It's a river. That's insane.
Yeah. Obviously, for people that are just listening, we're looking at videos of the lava flow from Pancho or Pacho or whatever it's called. Is it Kilauea, the volcano? But it's near. Is that the one that erupted? Yeah, I just saw it. Mount Kilauea. But then there's another name that they keep referencing, another word. Puaho, something like that.
Is it the island it's on?
I don't know. I don't know enough about Hawaii.
Yeah, look at that. It is just
Night falls and the sky glows orange above us. That's crazy.
it's insane. Yeah, Mount Kilauea. That's
Now you guys have been there. Dan and you guys went with Dan, right?
yeah, Maui. We
And-
didn't go to this island. We went to Maui.
Okay. My parents have been there. Brittany's parents have been there.
I wonder what it's like for everybody on the other islands.
Yeah. I
Um,
wonder if there's people leaving this island that are like fleeing to other
going to
islands,
one of the other ones.
like for refuge.
I mean,
probably would. I'd get the hell out of there.
they're talking about flight diversions, because the cloud and ash going so high in the air that planes have to fly around.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think for me, I'll stay away from volcanoes.
Right. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, Hawaii is it's like undescribable to me how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
And, we weren't on that island, but I know on Maui, like when Jake was going to Hawaii last year,
Oh yeah. I forgot he went too.
the one thing we told him was whatever you do, just don't miss a sunset.
Yeah.
You will never see a sunset like that in your life. No matter, I've been to Florida, California, I've been all over and seen sunsets on beaches,
Yep.
but there's
Nothing like it there.
nothing like it there. I mean, it could be also be the surroundings that's so gorgeous, but it's
Well, I mean, I think when you're someplace tropical. So, I mean, Brittany and I have been to the Bahamas. We'll be in the Bahamas here in July again. And sunsets there are beautiful too. But I do think that it's just like drinking a beer at a brewery that has, some rareness to it.
yeah.
You feel like maybe you like it more than
Look at that.
you really should. I know. It's just like Earth is just bubbling.
The earth is pissed. Stop destroying me. Global warming is real, you Cheeto looking monkey.
Cheeto looking. Yeah,
That one doesn't play.
it's so dangerous. That all those clouds. Oh, look at that.
Look at that ash. Yeah, look at that ash. Look at that.
That is some sweet looking ash.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing looking. Look at that is hold on, pause this.
That
Of
looks.
course I paused it on a bed.
Yeah, it's not out of focus.
I know.
It just looks like
That's insane.
Oh.
That color.
like death is just on the way.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for those listening on the podcast. This means nothing to you. I apologize. If you go to Sky News website, you're going to see some of these videos. There's lava going over these roads, going through forests. It looks spectacular.
Yeah, but it's totally devastating.
I mean, look at
It's
that. Look,
part.
you've got to be freaked out as hell. People in these oh my gosh.
Look at all those houses and that are and
I know.
I think those are called fissures, where there's like a line of lava, and it erupts in the flow. I think they're called fissures.
It's insane is what it's called. It's insane. Now they say there's one under Yellowstone, right?
Mm,
And that was
Super
that
volcano.
was supposed to go. Like
it's a super volcano.
that even we're not safe if that thing goes.
Yeah, I think the whole United States is at risk from that.
Well, we can only hope. At this point, just take us now.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind an opportunity to get to an island somewhere.
Well, just get us a plane. Get us a plane, Chad. You can fly us out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a little while. I saw some airplanes flying over in the backyard today. They weren't flying over my backyard, but I was in the backyard. I saw them flying.
Right.
And yeah, I kind of had the thought. I haven't flown in, it'll be 3 years in June. And it kind of had me thinking maybe I'll
I've
go.
never flown with you.
I know. So yeah, I just got to go to the airport and get current again at some point. Maybe I'll do that.
Just gotta get a big enough plane for you, Britt, my family, including all the dogs. It's gonna be a big plane.
Are we
It's
gonna
gonna
take
be
Jake and Lauren and his kids and Addie too?
Fine, I guess.
We're gonna need like a
Cargo.
corporate jet.
Okay.
Which I used to fly. I mean, I could do it, but I used to fly a Lear 35.
Then let's do it. What are we sitting here for? Why are we still here?
Well, they're pretty fucking expensive.
Jake's got the money. We're fine.
That's true. We'll just use Jake's money.
Are you done?
So-
Have you drank it all?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I can't give it any more. I can't go up anymore. Down the website would not close. So I'm sticking to my one. What I gave it a 1? What I gave it? Yeah.
You gave it a 1.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it on my old T-app right now.
I'm gonna stay. No, I think I went 2.75. I think I'm dropping at 2.5, and I'm not gonna go any lower than that, only because I still prefer a stout over an IPA and Jake is going to crucify me for this because I'm comparing styles of beer against other styles of beers. But I feel bad if never mind. I'm never mind. I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. 2.5.
By Jake?
Yep.
Why do you care what Jake gets in trouble for? Who cares?
Because I'll never hear the end of it.
You hear that, Jake? He's scared of you.
I know. I told him in the text today that I was afraid he's going to kick my ass.
So everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this just ramble fest of a shitty beer. If you listen to this on the podcast on the RSS feed, again, apologize for talking so much about what we're watching. But if you go to Sky News, you can see all the video there. Just pull up some videos of the volcano. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. It's freaking insane and amazing.
Yeah, and I also want to say, I mean, those of you that are listening towards the end of the podcast here, we're going to wrap up here in just a second. Our format for the podcast has changed just a little bit. We're not going to focus so much on. I mean, we'll talk about the beer and the brewery, especially if it's a brewery we haven't talked about before. But Central Waters we've talked about a lot. So on beers that we've had from breweries we've talked about before. We're going to talk a lot more about just whatever we want to talk about. And the stuff that's the funny stuff that's in the news, I think is hilarious. Although the volcano's not hilarious. It's just, it's
scary as hell.
Scary and devastating. And, you know, we feel for you guys that live in Hawaii. But
a little bit. I mean, you're in paradise.
You're in paradise, and you're
living on the side of a volcano.
Yeah, and a lot of you did choose to live there. So
right, I don't think any of you got banished.
Yeah.
There.
So, but anyway,
we're as sorry for you as we can. Let's put it that way.
As sorry as we can. There you go. That's
as we sit in the Midwest and freeze our ass off in the summers and sweat our balls off. Freeze our ass off in the winters.
Yeah,
our balls off in the summer.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're kind of really enjoying talking about the random funny shit that goes on in the world. So, you know, if it's a brewery that we haven't had before, we're going to talk about the brewery in depth. We're going to talk about the beer in depth. But we're also going to keep adding the funny stories that are in the news because it makes the podcast more entertaining for us and for you, I think.
Because we're what matters here.
Yes.
So yeah, beerhouse.com if you want to find out any place you can find us on the internets, Twitter, Facebooks, at least for now, Instagrams, everywhere. And so thank you so much for checking it out. If you are listening to this and you want to see our ugly faces do this, you can also go over to YouTube and see us there. So now I think we've done it.
I think we have done it. This was a fairly short episode. I'm on a little bit of a time constraint here, so
it doesn't matter. This is a shitty beer that, I mean, it's going to be, poured out. So
you took the words right out of my mouth. So while I'm on a time constraint, Adam didn't like it. So
even if you weren't on one, we'd have been sitting here trying to figure out how the hell we're going to fill all this time because that was gross. So. All right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Where's the stop button? Where's the stop? How do I stop this train? I want to get off.
Oh, my God.